My name's Christine, and today I'm going to show you how to turn a pencil skirt into a bag because we all buy clothes that don't quite fit us properly, and the best way to avoid throwing out those clothes is to turn them into something else. Pencil skirts with a lot of pockets and a water-wicking material will work best for this project. And you can use another piece of clothing like this worn out pair of pajama pants for the lining and handle. Start by ironing your skirt and lining fabric because this will only be more difficult to do later on. Next, you'll need to prepare your lining and handles. And since the lining needs to be several inches wider than your skirt on all sides, you may need to piece together pieces if you're using another garment to create your lining like I am. Cut two handles about 1.5 to 2 feet long and 5 to 6 inches wide. You will have 4 pieces all together, 2 strips for your handles, a skirt, and a slightly larger skirt for your lining. And this will be easier to assemble if we make the handles first. Fold your handles in half long ways, pin along the edge, and sew them into tubes. Press and trim your seam allowance and turn your tubes right side out. Now take your straps with the seam down the center of the bottom of your strap. Fold your strap in half and mark a midway point on both sides of the strap. And do this with both straps. And next, we need to sew a crescent shape on one side of each strap. Make sure you only do one side because we're going to stuff the other. You can draw out your crescent shape or freehand it with your machine. And then you'll be able to stuff your handle up to that point you marked earlier. Normally, I would use bits of fabric scraps for this part, but I want this handle to have a firmer, better shape to it. So today I am using craft polyfill. And you can use a knitting needle to stuff your filling inside your handle. This is very much like piping a sausage. And it doesn't need to be too compact. You just want to give yourself a good grip. And after both your handles are stuffed, sew another crescent on the other end to close it up. And make sure not to let any stuffing escape. To attach your handles to your skirt, take the ends of your handles and fold them in half. This will help them sit more flush with the edge of your skirt. And then attach the handle to the waistband of your skirt. And remember, it will curve a little bit when you hold it. Pin your handles to the inside of the waistband and try to follow any stitching that is already on your waistband when you sew it on. Now you need to gather a few inches in the center of the front and back of the lining to give it a little bit of ease, which will help protect the shell of the bag while you're using it. I am hand gathering my lining. To put your bag all together, make sure that the top of both your lining and your skirt are facing each other and that the right side of both your lining and your skirt are out. Fold your skirt open and insert the lining into the top of your skirt. Pin it flush to all sides, gathering excess fabric to the front and back. Now, being careful with any buttons or zippers and making sure you don't sew all these layers together, sew your lining to your skirt. This is the hardest seam for this project, so just take it nice and slowly. Stop stitching at belt loops, lift your presser foot up, and start stitching on the other side. Check that your stitching looks really nice and neat on your waistband and that none of your lining is bunched up at the top. Now feed your lining into your bag. And now you can easily close the bottom of your bag. Pin the bottom of your lining together and sew it closed. Then pin the hem of your skirt and sew that shut as well. Then take an iron to the hem and the opening of the lining to polish it off. And that is how you make a bag out of a pencil skirt. I'm so glad I got to use this skirt today to make this bag because I was going through my closet a few weeks ago, and as soon as I saw this skirt, I just had that moment, that realization, why did I buy this skirt? Why is it in my closet? I'm not wearing it. And this is the perfect answer to that. I'm not even a big bag kind of girl. I prefer a small purse, and I think this is super cute, so you know it's super cute. This is the perfect size for a casual bag. Like throw a blanket and book in here, maybe put your car keys in here, just go to a park and hang out. It's the perfect size for that. And this is a great bag to throw over your shoulder because all this padding is so nice and soft. And I have to say, skirts are perfect for bags. If they have like all these pockets, you don't even have to mess with making them because they're already on the skirt. And one thing you could change about this bag project is if you wanted to make these handles a little bit sturdier, you could make them out of leather or you could interface the fabric tubes before stuffing them. But I really like them being squishy and squeezy and soft. Please leave a like on this video if you like this bag, and let me know down in the comments below if you know any other fun projects to turn an old skirt into. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you love upcycling old clothing into something new and more useful as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I'll see you guys next week.